It might be scared to admit, but I think I'm lost. When you have to ask yourself questions like, what is the meaning of all this? And knowing that you yearn for something deeper, I guess the only answer I have right is that we just have to find it. Join me on a journey to escaping Miami, going to Indianapolis, and trying to seek more clarity.
I don't mind having, average home, but I don't want to have an average life experience or an average life expectancy. I don't want to be miserable. And when will we stop normalizing this? Goodbye, class. I hope you find your power too. Bye.
Traveling is like stepping into another dimension to disconnect from your regular life and connect more with the world and our inner self. I find myself more at peace. It's like leaving all the problems and routines back at home. For some reason, I think it is very unfamiliar for someone from Miami to go all the way to Indianapolis. But with being stuck in the same city, with the same people, in the same places, it can swallow you whole. Sometimes all we need is a change of scenery to gain a fresh perspective on life. It's in these moments of solitude that we can reflect on our lives and seek clarity. Going downtown to wander off in the city and then taking a leap of faith to paddle on this rubber duck tells me something so simple, that I enjoy being outside and exploring. For those who do the same, what if those are small but important clues for our answers? Hi. Why did I choose to drive the boat when I don't even know how to do it? She don't even know how to drive the boat. Like,
the thing could just take us, honestly. You can't even enjoy the view. We too busy focusing on this duck.
We survived. Yeah. I turned 21 in January. I'm in my 20s. And it may feel like, for us, things are moving fast yet still slow. Slow because it is taking longer to make everything click and make sense. Fast because that time to start wrapping up college and make that plan. That plan that everybody also wants to know about. And still, it is important to understand that everyone's timeline is different. Uncertainty, anxiety, and feeling stuck is what this timeline is looking like right now. This is why I am learning to cut away from social media and stop looking so deep into other people's lives when all we see is the outside. They look like they're winning and doing better, but one thing that always plays in the back of my head is, but are they happy? Can it all really matter if at the end of the day, they're not satisfied and content? That is why we must take our own time to find true meaning and purpose.
This is so New York. Do they want to be New York? Do they want to be Spain? Do they want to be France? Do they want to be Miami? These buildings give Miami.
Now, it isn't much to do in Indianapolis, comparing that back to my city where there is so much more, too much at times. However, being in the simplicity just affirms to me something I recently learned. Life can be so simple when it comes down to each one of our purposes. For example, someone makes a restaurant because they feel fulfilled, sharing to others their culture with people all over the world. Food, for one, is one of those love languages.
Is this the fruit tea?
Fruit tea.
Peaches, peach tea. Yeah, peach tea and strawberry tea is the famous one here.
I'll get this peach
tea?
Yeah.
Okay. I like your hair. So
Thank you.
Or another example, someone in architecture builds a monument, a fountain, because he wants to share the beauty of a city for people all over the world to go right to that location and admire it. Those people including me, who in this very moment in her life wants to find that same purpose that architecture found. It's in these quiet moments that we can find the answers we've been searching for.
No, they say find meaning. We gotta do that again. They be like, find meaning. Pick up and find meaning. See, we had that someday. Huh? We had that someday. Yeah. Oh, wow. We want the better.
You guys have a blessed day.
You
Thank
too.
you so much for riding with me.
Yes.
And my name is Laura.
Nice meeting you.
I almost spent the whole week feeling the highs and the lows. The journey to finding the meaning of life is not always easy, and I know this. It's just hard to grasp sometimes. At the restaurant, the waiter asked me what my niche is. And essentially, that's like asking someone, well, what is your purpose? Because a niche is supposed to have a purpose behind the videos you make to cater to a type of audience. I just find it funny whenever people ask that. My whole trip right now surrounds that one question. I reply, I'm still figuring it out. And that's literally it. My YouTube, I feel like, is a big reflection of me. It's a lot to do with who I am and how I look at the world. Because while I still do not know that perfect niche, I'm still trying and still learning, still posting. And I'm finding meaning throughout all of this. This goes to show that we must embrace the unknown, even when we do not see our expected outcomes at first. And you'll see what I mean when I walk back to the hotel.
Can't see it. Turn around again.
Oh, there's a steak and shake. I keep looking back because at nighttime I feel like it's so scary here. 20 seconds to cross. And you're not running. Made it. I'm gonna have a good night. Gonna edit what I love to tell. That's the only thing I do understand, editing. So that you get what I mean. I find immense power and joy in my editing, excited for the outcome and sharing it with like-minded people who appreciate those videos that I put out. It's the only thing that I do understand. My cousin and I spoke about this. We realized that it's not the views or the likes or the comments that give us that satisfaction. It's the power of creating that fulfills. So I found one answer there. We can eventually find things that fuel us. And I am very fortunate to find it so young, since I've been editing since I was 12 years old. I ended my night watching Indiana's skyline and catching on that we actually got such a good view. It took me this long to realize that the meaning of life is not found in material possessions or societal expectations or numbers like I just explained with the views and counts on my videos. It's found in the most sacred moments. We need to start looking at the bigger picture. My anxiety gets to me at times and it narrows my perspective, feeling all the negative emotions. One of them is being scared of failure, because it is scary to imagine how we'll end up. We have the natural instincts to think of something negative before thinking of something positive. Why can't it be the other way around? A strong mental health is key, and it's an important element for this type of journey that we are on. It does require a lot of inner work. It is something I have struggled with my whole life, but that's a whole nother topic. One thing I can say that has been helping me so far is getting close with the Word of God and finding my relationship with Him. I see His realness and Him trying to reach out. Maybe there's others too who needed a sign, and it was this particular video that gave it to you. It may feel like because we are in modern times and how this world's way of living is so distant from the beginning, It makes it as if it is unrelatable because these times are so new. But his word never dies, and it is eternal. I don't know much myself, as I am just still tapping my feet on the surface. But all in all, we just have to follow our hearts and what feels right. If it feels right yet others oppose, what does it matter to them? The world is so crazy. It's an evil world. Okay, it's an evil world we're living in. And we are only here for a certain amount of time to navigate through it. So we do have to make the best of it. You guys, flying on this plane with the amount of turbulence almost took me out. Like, I thought I wasn't gonna make it. Body is shaking, I'm sweating. And then look here, flight attendants are wishing someone on the plane a happy birthday in a very unique way.
All right, everybody ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mimi. Happy birthday to you. Woo! And many more. Happy birthday, Mimi.
After that, I definitely calmed down. Escaping my hometown was very much needed. We must take our time and not get stuck on others' timelines. We must interact more with the world and go based on our gut. If you feel lost, I encourage you to take a step back. You don't have to travel across the states. Do something like escape to nature and discover the true meaning of life for yourself.